What is up, everybody? It's your boy Phil Shocker, the United States Hedgehog here with our VBL Week 4 Team Builder, where we are going to be bringing some of our new mods. If you guys didn't check out the transaction video, we have some new mods on the squad, and we actually plan on bringing some of those new mods this week. So, if you guys are excited, leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. Join the Phil Shocker crew today because you'll be feeling with the king of the crew. Whew, excuse me. But we are here to get some excitement going here, guys. So, with that being said, let's break down this matchup. We're going against Jimmy the Duke Bloom Houndooms. This is a very, very important matchup for me. If I lose this game, I have to win out in order to make playoffs. If I win this game, I give myself at least a fighting chance to have a playoff hunt before potentially being knocked out or having to deal with a lot more of the stupidity that it is. So, hold on, guys. I'm just doing something real quick. Just looking at something real quick. I know this is unprofessional, but guess what? I don't care. Cause I am not a professional. There we go. Sorry about that. I was just taking care of making sure a pick was paying up for someone right there. But we have here our week 4 going against Jimmy. So let's break down this matchup here. Jimmy's got Celesteela, Porygon 2, Arcanine, Crustle, Aromatisse, Virizion, Volibee, Seismitoad, Latias, and Regieleki. So a bit of a very defensive team. Not looking forward to this, but I think this is going to be a decent matchup in my favor. I think we can do it. So let's go and break down this match. Jimmy, I think, kind of has a bit of a team-made advantage potentially in this game, but we'll see about that. But I don't think Regieleki comes. Regieleki doesn't really make any sense versus my team when I have 2 ground types. I think Latias can maybe come, but I don't think it does. I feel like it's forced into so many roles and coverage moves and everything like that. But I really don't think it comes. I think the fact that my team can kind of handle really good bulky psychics, I think is really a problem. So I don't really think he brings it. Seismitoad is something I could potentially see him bring if he really needs Seismitoad to put into work for him. But again, I've got things that can kind of just beat it 1v1 in my opinion. And I don't know if he thinks it's going to be the best brig or not. Excuse me. But we'll see, We'll see. But Volibee is definitely something I can see be brought, even though double flying would be kind of risky to a man that does have a Rotom Frost that kind of just obliterates this man's team. So definitely something to be viable there. But I think the main 6 we're gonna be seeing is Celesteela. I think Celesteela matches up actually relatively good against my team. And just from a defensive standpoint, he needs like the lead C protect set, so that's gonna actually force him to be a little more physically, I think, especially defensive or physically defensive. Don't really know, and I don't really care. But I think Celesteela, even though we got some good measures to it, I think definitely comes as a really good offensive steel type potentially as well. Seeing as I gave up, I believe, my fighting type. No, since I don't have a fighting type on my team, I think Porygon 2 is going to be annoying to all heck and back. I think definitely more of a like physically defensive Porygon comes this week because of the fact there's more of an annoyance factor. Excuse me. I think Arcanine comes. I think Intimidate support Arcanine is very important this matchup. I think definitely relatively a semi-speedy Arcanine definitely comes this week. I think probably like a mixed or Scorching Sand set with Will-O-Wisp or something like that. So very up in the air for that. But I definitely think Crustle comes. Crustle's actually a massive threat versus my team. I have very little things to check Crustle, especially if it gets a Shell Smash up. I do have at least, in a way, 2 counters to it, but I have to be very careful about my counters. Excuse me, I'm so tired. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. My God. Pacific counters though for I think Aromatisse comes. I think Aromatisse needs to come. Otherwise, things like Garchomp kind of spam free, and also with me Galarian Moltres I have on the team, it can also just kind of spam free. Yes, it's not gonna be able to do too much against things like Jirachi and Salazzle, but it can again carry the psychic coverage if it needs to against Salazzle. And plus, he could try to take advantage of my trick room or use his own kind of own counter trick room potentially against my team as well. And I think Virizion comes if he does not bring Virizion, there's certain things on my team that just run wild on his team and can just kind of beat him 1v1 in that type of situation. But I'm not going to be bringing the things he probably thinks I'm going to be prepping for. I think he definitely preps me for potentially bringing maybe my double ice or at least a bomb of snow and something like that. But I'm not bringing some of the stuff that I think he's going to be thinking I'm going to be bringing. So let's go and break down this matchup here for you guys. So first off, we're bringing Hunter here, my Araquanid. My Araquanid honestly has a very strong matchup here against majority of his team. We are running Liquidation, Toxic, Leech Life, and Substitute. Basically dual stab. I don't believe I needed any speed really at all to kind of counter speed anything on his team. Or if I had to. Oh, excuse me. It would have not really mattered because that would have forced me to run a ton of speed in my hunter. So I'm just gonna run 0 speed. I might just make sure this thing's faster than at least Porygon, but that might again require me to run a lot of speed. But who knows? But for right now, this is definitely the moveset I want to run with. I definitely think Sub plus Toxic is really good at this matchup. Liquidation Spam is pretty much free against him unless he does bring the Seismitoad, which could potentially have the Water Absorb ability, but it also could have Poison Touch, because Poison Touch could actually be really, really good against a good couple of my Mons that he think might be necessary. Oh my god, I cannot stop yawning, man. I do not know why. But we're running max HP 116 attack, 140 defense. It's more going to be a physical defensive check to a good one of his teams, and just gives us a lot of recovery back, obviously, with water bubble and stuff like that. Up next, making its debut is Jirachi, and we are actually bringing the Power Herb Meteor Beam set this week. This set honestly can win. We are running Psychic plus Slash Cannon, my main stab, which pretty much run shop on his team. And you can see we're running that Tech Water Pulse right there. Now, why am I running Water Pulse, you may ask? Well, Water Pulse is good for a few situations. It's good to kind of pick off something like, say, Crustle, and I can say Flash Cannon PP. It's also really good to be able to beat down the Arcanine as well, because Arcanine could probably live a Psychic at +1. Plus, Water Pulse has a chance to confuse, and I think having the option to potentially hit that Arcanine for more super effective damage is really good. We are running pretty much almost max speed to outspeed Arcanine, max special attack, and 40 in Spadef. This is basically kind of going again. If Volipede, like there's the thing, Volipede can be an issue. I can freely click Meteor Beam in front of Volipede as it tries to either go for the knockoff or whatever, and I still get my +1 special attack, and I can still hit another +1 special attack depending on the certain monster in front of me. So it's like I can guarantee something. I can guarantee another Meteor Beam. I can guarantee another this. I am thinking of potentially switching Water Pulse out for Thunderbolt. Actually, you know what? Yeah. Now thinking about that Celesteela would be a massive problem if I don't have Thunderbolt, so I'm going to put Thunderbolt on there instead. But nonetheless, it's very important that we either get this Meteor Beam off at the right exact moment. I do need to be very careful about clicking Meteor Beam. Oh my god. Stop with the yawns. Come on, body. God. But I can also go for free Meteor Beams against things like the Aromatisse. I can go against, like, maybe Arcanine if I want to switch in, because again I am faster unless for some reason he's Scarf Arcanine, which I really don't think he would be. That would make no sense against my team. But honestly, this Jirachi could win hands down, and I really feel good about this. Up next, we're bringing Viper here with Heavy Duty Boots. I think Heavy Duty Boots is just a safe bet to bring with a mon like Salazzle, Ring Will-O-Wisp, Nasty Plots, Flamethrower, and Sludge Bomb. Honestly, I only need my dual stab this game to really claim KO on something. Obviously, if Seismitoad comes, Seismitoad's a little bit of a problem, but it's not much of a problem. I'm going to run Will-O-Wisp. If I have to suicide this thing in front of Crustle, I would, because of the fact that if I can cripple Crustle's attack, that would be massive. I mean, Toxicane's also really, really good in this type of situation, but actually, I might get rid of Nasty Plot for Toxic, actually, because then I can Toxic Celesteela if need be. And just Toxic in general looks pretty good against this team, so I might actually change that out later. Who knows? But as of right now, we are running 184 speed. That's lets me be faster. This fastest thing, which I believe is the Rizion. So with that, we can basically know if anything's Choice Scarf. Which from there, we're running the rest in special attack and the rest in HP, just for a little bit of bulk. So Lazo's main job is to hopefully kind of just chip things down, burn things, and potentially maybe toxic things. Or if we get into setup, sweep a position, then we go from there and just be able to claim some KOs. Up next is another setup monster that looks really good against my opponents, against Jimmy's team. We are running Galarian Moltres here with the Charty Berry. We can be able to live a hit from that Crustle, unless it's Rock Blast Crustle, then we ain't living no hit. We are running Nasty Plus plus Fire Armor of Hurricane Air Slash, max special attack, 116 HP, 36 defense, 56 speed def, 48 speed. The 48 speed outspeeds all of his zero bulk invested mons, including Arcanine. So basically, if anything, zero speed except for the Virizion, I am basically faster than everything on that point. I decided I didn't really need speed in order to really beat something, so I just not really necessary. So who knows? But Nasty Plot Hurricane with just a small bit of chip to Aromatisse, even if it's not Spadef Aromatisse, which I don't think he brings Spadef for some. I think he bring more of a Fizdef Aromatisse, with just about 5 to 10% chip, I can knock this thing out with a Hurricane if I connect. I'm relying on Hurricane this week again, as long as another matchup I have to potentially rely on Hurricane. But I think Galarian Moltres honestly can just be able to position itself right and just sweep. The only problem would be maybe a Thunder Wave or Toxic Porygon, but again, if I can Air Slash Flinch that thing to death, then that would be really good. Up next, we're reading Pharaoh, my Rodriguez here with Mono Body Press. Now, it's a little risky, but if you look at this man's team, he doesn't have a Ghost type on his team, which is very good for us, because now I can run Trick Room, Iron Defense, Substitute with Body Press. So basically the whole idea is to hopefully get Trick Room up right away and set up a Substitute. Depending on what's in front of me, though. If, like, Porygon's in front of me, I set up a Substitute and I just spam Iron Defense. And then I maybe go for one Iron Defense and click Body Press to kind of scout the damage. Because the best thing it has to break my sub would probably be maybe Psychic, potentially. I don't know, but maybe Psychic at its best point. But again, it's going to be one of those things where I don't think it can actually benefit from beating my Pharaoh, my Cofagrigus 1v1 here. So honestly, Cofagrigus could single-handedly win us the game here if we keep Trick Room in control and keep up our substitutes and keep up the Iron Defense and the body pressing. Because once we start setting up with Iron Defenses, all of his physical breakers can't do anything, and his special breakers do nothing. Obviously, if Aromatisse does come, Aromatisse is the only thing that really walls this set. But we are running more of a specially defensive Cofagrigus, though, so the point where that hopefully won't be a big issue. And hopefully, once we already start setting up some defenses, we'll be good to go. We're running max HP 112 in defense, 144 Spadef with the Calm Nature, so we can be able to take special hits for days. And we are running a lot of defense investment just so we can be able to make that body press very powerful. It is my guaranteed check to any form of Porygon, but I do need to be careful again of the toxic spread, so we gotta go careful on that. And last but not least, we're running Shark with Rocky Helmet this week. Because, I mean, there's a couple of things that would love to take Rocky Helmet chip and knock it out. So, very much important from there. We're running Fire Fang, Swords Dance, Dragon Claw, and Earthquake. 200 speed, 56 HP, max attack. We are running the Jolly Nature, so we are faster than everything except for the Virizion. Now, the reason why I'm running Rocky Helmet, Rough Skin, even though this looks more of an offensive spread, is because, again, there's a couple of things on his team that just take physical chip that I would really like to take physical chip. So, like, things like Virizion can take Leaf Blaze on me, that's fine. Or fighting type moves, you just get extra chip damage right there, especially if you're Life Orb, you're taking even more massive chip. And this is also good for things like the potential physical size of Toad. I can chip that thing down, and there's just other things right there. So, again, just chipping down anything and everything would be massive for my team and benefiting and helping my team in support wise. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the team builder though, guys. Leave a like if you haven't already, subscribe if you're new, and hopefully we pick up this win because we really need this win. If we don't get this win, we're basically in a do or die moment. But that's it for me, guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.